Today we're going to take a look at our exponent rules in combination with one another. Our learning target is the same. We're focusing on why these rules work. We need to follow order of operations when we're simplifying our exponent rules. Remember, the fraction bar is a grouping symbol. We will simplify the denominator and the numerator separately. In this case, the numerator is simplified. In the denominator, we have grouping symbols, so we will multiply those values together before we raise it to the third power. V to the 0 power is 1. 1 times anything leaves it alone, so we have 2v cubed. Still working on simplifying that denominator, so I'll leave my numerator alone again. In the denominator, we have 2v times itself 3 times. Still leaving our numerator alone. In the denominator, we have 2 times 2, which is 4, times 2, which is 8, and v times v times v is v cubed. Finally, we'll simplify. 2 over 8 simplifies to 1 over 4, and v to the 4th, which would be v times itself 4 times, over v cubed, v times itself 3 times. 3 of those v's cancel, leaving us with 1 v in the numerator. Second example, again, we will simplify the numerator and the denominator separately, multiplying our 2n times n cubed. All over in the denominator, we have 2n squared times itself, with our power on the outside of the parentheses. Before I multiply my numerator, I'm going to write out my denominator the long way and cancel. So I'm going to leave my numerator the long way. In the denominator, we have 2 times n times 2 times n times n. And now we can cancel. One of our 2's cancels, 2 of our n's cancel, and 2 more n's cancel. Notice everything in the numerator cancels. It's very tempting for students to say that the answer is 2 because everything but 2 canceled. Notice, however, 2 is in the denominator. When we cancel by division, thinking about just this piece, 2 divided by 2 is 1. So we have a 1 in the numerator and our 2 remains in the denominator. Now we've got a power on the outside. We still work on the inside to get everything simplified first. In my numerator, I'm multiplying 2x times x all over x times itself 3 times to the 5th power. My x's all cancel, leaving me with just the 2 to the 5th power. 2 to the 5th power means 2 times itself 5 times. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32. Looking at our last example, again, we're going to try and simplify everything on the inside. We have 2 times a to the 4th. Then we have a negative a cubed times itself 3 times. All over a times itself 5 times. All raised to the 4th power. Next, I'm going to cancel 4 of my a's with 4 of the a's in the denominator, and I will write out my negative a cubed 3 times. Notice just the a is being cubed, not the negative. All over my 1a left in the denominator to the 4th power. Next, I will cancel one last a, and then I will multiply 2 times negative is negative 2, times another negative is positive 2, times another negative is negative 2. And I have 8 a's left in the numerator to the 4th power. So I will write my negative 2a to the 8th times itself 4 times. And finally, I will multiply. Negative 2 times negative 2 is
4
times another negative 2 is
negative 8
times another negative 2 is
16.
Now we could write all of those 8s out the long way, or we can remember the rule that when we're multiplying powers, we add those exponents. 8 plus 8 is
16
plus another 8 is
24
plus another 8 is
32. Do your try problems and come to class prepared.